facing up against the Oklahoma.
I'm broadcasting. What's up, guys? Pat Buckets back here about to bring you episode 13 of the My Career series. Let's get it right on. Let's get it going right now. Yeah. You can see now I got my overall now up to 67. It's gonna keep climbing from here. I'm trying to keep as much money though as I can for right now, so it keeps hiring up. But I hope to be at least at a 70, maybe even after tonight, but most likely after next couple games. Hey, when they show me these things, like I don't care. They're trying to make me pay to do this, which I don't want to do. About to face off against the Brooklyn Nets. Jesus Christ. It is on national TV. Alright, whatever, guys. Okay, guys, we're facing off against Brooklyn on national TV. Because, goddamn, everyone wants to see this matchup. No offense to the Brooklyn Nets, but they should not be on national TV. Neither should the Knicks. I didn't understand why they were there last night, to be honest. I just want to get this game started, come on.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, and welcome.
I just want to finally get into the starter position.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I don't want to listen to this stuff. First time I played at Barclays Center this year. As they boo me out of the building as I come out.
This is 2K
Let's get this going.
Broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hard.
And we're back to wearing the white uniform out on the road. Alright. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool with a home jersey away from home. They didn't do that much in the NBA 2K18 or 19, my career series, until I was able to pick the jerseys.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in.
There's
Patterson.
And
Buckets. He's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. So for Oklahoma City right now, the forwards, George and Grant. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Buckets. And it's Noel in at the 5.
Schroeder and Grant. Oh my God, you're a wide open shot. Buckets first shot. He knocks it down.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
I want him to shoot that, but he didn't. So then Wade now would just need to shove over me.
Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes.
Dinwiddie, not that time.
Oh, so fresh in my mind. Dominique Wilkins over the top, MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes.
Alibaba.
The best in-game dunker. I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
6 to shoot. Here's Grant.
Grant. Oh, now he takes the three and he knocks it down. Didn't take what I gave him a chance, but he takes it there.
Got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
3-pointer. And the Nets another 3.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Outside, George. Lets it go with
Paul George. He hit the 3.
Another 3.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it.
Stolen by Buckets.
On the scoreboard.
Just incredible.
Buckets will throw it down.
Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Dinwiddie finds Davis. Davis into Dinwiddie, who knocks it down.
And explosive.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
To the wing right side. Grant.
No, this time he shoots, and he hits the three.
Oklahoma City with the triple.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Over to the wing. And it's Paul George with
the reach in.
That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Abrines is checked in. Here is Russell. His last outing with 20 points. Nets passing it around. Here's Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie can't hit.
And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a
Buckets a three. Can't hit.
Can't hit. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Nets. They trail by 16. Dinwiddie passes to Davis. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. You take a look at Buckets. Dangerous player from three-point land. A great talent with a great release.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Davis still trying to gain the consistency.
Buckets, nice move, he'll bank it in.
And that one's good. AI.
If he gets down the court quickly, he gets a layup.
Right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Dinwiddie kicks to Davis.
Davis will go to the line.
Check out the numbers for Carroll. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a
as Allen makes second.
Bear that out.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Grant outside. AI dishes to Grant. AI left side.
Bucket steps back, shoots, cannot
With
hit.
the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6. 50% from deep.
That was a 2-2 as Laverne, nope.
And it's LeVert missing. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Felton the pass to Buckets. And it's Abrines in the corner. Back to AI. That's tipped.
Damn.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's in there. And that's now 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, multi-dimensional score. Hard to match up with
Buckets,
Russell.
no. He's 3 of 6 to start.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 14-point lead as we bring.
Second quarter coming up.
Let's take a moment now to hear what AI had to say about the players and coaches who helped him get here.
A big name is Coach Keller. He was my coach at Fort Wayne. He really helped me focus on the small things that you need to do.
AI did a lot of growing in the G League, and he rightfully gives a lot of credit to those two.
And who mentors you and who teaches you how to be a pro, it matters so much in the NBA. AI knows more than anyone else in the world how much Coach Keller and Tatum helped grow his game.
3,
And
yep.
so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're
Nice pass from Buckets, and Noel lays it in.
And this has them out to a big lead after 1.
They've got Damari Carroll out there. He's out there with Davis. LeVert out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Dinwiddie lays it in.
2 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here.
Buckets, no.
Putting the ball inside.
Buckets having a little trouble shooting right now.
here in the second quarter with a little over a minute.
Dinwiddie, yes.
Another three.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Oh my God, come on.
Dinwiddie had a breakout year. He felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when Max
Russell, timeout, OKC.
he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now with a big...
Buckets back here and with lead out.
Here's AI. He picked up 36 points in the last one against Detroit.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you could tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Crab, no good.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
And George kicks to AI. Launches it.
Bucket steps back, shoots, cannot hit.
A rebound by the net.
His struggles continue.
Loss coming against Cleveland in their last game play.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor. Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Buckets will try again. This time hit.
On the jump shot. Buckets got 8 points. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Schroeder against Russell.
Russell to Davis. Crab shoots. Can't hit.
Davis on the follow.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
AI in the post.
Nice pass from Buckets.
And there it is for him. Patterson's got his second bucket.
Buckets wanted to shoot, but saw the man open in the paint and lays it in. And gets it to him.
A little bit of damage.
Russell waits.
Russell looking it over, and they double up Russell.
Russell off the play. Davis lays it in.
Picking up the assist.
3-point game again.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the middle.
Oh, another great pass from Buckets. But Davis can block Patterson.
Right on his feet and using that
Russell, no.
That one back.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Buckets.
Buckets is fouled.
Clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
The Nets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. They get it back. The layup missed.
Great defense for Buckets.
Judge the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Outside, George. It's not
Paul George, yes.
The shot blocking game. The shot from the low post is good.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Russell. Probably got to take the last shot here.
Outside, Russell. And it's Carroll in the corner. Here's LeVert. And he hits the buzzer beater. And a close game so far.
We had the halftime. We're up by 3. How am I a -7?
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even. Substitution here for Brooklyn. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Tamari Carroll comes in for Kenneth Faried. LeVert's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Crab. Then for the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Patterson. Buckets comes in for George. That's Felton in for Robertson. to the paint. Here's LeVert. And
wow.
ball's coming off of Davis's feed. LeVert's got 8.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
So
Buckets a 3.
right now,
Can't hit.
Nerlens Noel.
Buckets' struggles continue from downtown.
There's Buckets. Then there's Felton. And it's
A foul by
Russell at the
Evans.
one.
Adams, not
Yeah,
Evans.
that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Brent, last season the league cut back on timeouts. Are you hearing any other ideas of how to reduce the duration of some of these games?
There's also the idea last year where they put it into place where right after the second quarter ended, they put you on a 15-minute clock in between halftime.
It started immediately.
And I thought that that was ideal. So if you're at a game and you get to see the dog jumping through the hula hoop,
Which you love.
I love it.
I know.
It's only going to last the 7 or 8 minutes before the teams come back out. And I thought last year that helped the game speed along. And I think they sped up last year, if I'm not wrong, Kevin, by about 3 minutes time.
I'm glad when you go out there and balance the dishes on your head. That's always been so fun to watch.
There's only one red panda, Kevin.
I know. Here's Russell.
There's Russell. Tie game.
Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
AI dishes to Grant. Outside for Felton. In the corner, it's AI.
Buckets. Hits the 3.
Quarter to fall. 12 points for him.
Against length. He doesn't
Finally gets one to go.
creating just enough separation.
10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
Pass to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot.
Oh.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Take a look at Buckets. Top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
The first one falls.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been
Felton,
improved
yes.
since the break.
And it's good. 2 points.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Felton, and the call is going to be yes, it is.
Look at that
It's a
square.
screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Nets. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
And right now, the Thunder, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead. They know there's still a lot left to prove.
Schroeder, 3. Got it.
Again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
A Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Carroll against Grant. It's stolen by Schroeder. AI outside.
Buckets a 3. He got it.
Oklahoma City with the triple.
The ball movement on this
15
run
for
is
Pat Buckets.
fantastic and is a big part
And a
of
straight
why
on 3.
They've been able to get these good looks.
Russell against Schroeder. Shot to stop.
Russell, yes.
Finds that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
A scoring machine right now. Russell with the shoot-first mindset tonight and making it look easy.
Step back. Another 3. Won't go.
Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside Russell. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Deep. But they recover it. To the inside. Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Davis banks it in.
Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Here's Buckets.
Buckets another 3. Oh.
From outside, off the mark.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
And it goes down 2 points.
4-point
And
game.
now just a 4-point Thunder lead.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Her kicks to AI. The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Raymond Felton. Patterson passes to Buckets. Bucket 6. Three-pointer.
Bucket steps back and hits
Three-pointer.
the three.
Buckets got 9 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's LeVert. He's guarded by AI. Tipped away. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. Takes the three.
Buckets hits another three.
And now a 10-point Oklahoma.
21 for Pat Buckets.
Until someone stops.
Oh, Buckets another steal, but they can't get the shot off.
Yeah, we got
Great.
Jeff Conley.
Last couple minutes for
But
Pat
at this
Buckets.
point,
OKC up by 10. Can we close it out in the
gotta
fourth?
get him off his spots.
And so it's Oklahoma. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here.
Buckets is fouled.
Quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Dinwiddie and LeVert teaming up as the backcourt. Davis is out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. And both free throws good for AI. And Brooklyn has possession. A 12-point game. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Davis finds Hollis Jefferson. Down with both hands.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Buckets, nice move and gets the basket.
Good on the bucket. Buckets got 6.
25 for Buckets.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Davis, the pass to LeVert. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
Buckets passes to Adams. There's Hollis Jefferson. Again, the net with 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
In the corner, it's AI. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And George kicks to AI. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Patterson. He can't hit that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
AI dishes to George. AI outside. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Dinwiddie.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Buckets passes to Patterson. Inside, it's stolen by Davis. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Knocks it loose. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. AI with it. Down low.
Nice pass from Buckets to Patterson.
Patterson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
And it's Paul George. With
Bad foul there for Paul George.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Here's Cramp. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Buckets, 3 hits on the assist from Westbrook.
And now it's an 11-point Oklahoma City lead. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Crabbe finds Russell. Back to Crabbe. Outside Russell, just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Hollis Jefferson. Let's keep it alive. Nets passing it around. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. The pass to Patterson. AI dishes to Patterson.
Westbrook, 3.
He fires. Off target from 3-point range. Nets trail by 11. And
Paul George, another bit. Oh, never mind. It's on Westbrook.
The free throw line.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
No good on the second free throw. Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them.
Buckets.
And it's AI missing for the Nets. This one not looking good. To the paint. Here's Crabbe. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And for a player who's so prolific from beyond the arc, Crabbe has the length and some hops inside to beat you.
Stolen by Fareed, and here they come. Crabbe the pass to Fareed. Out to Russell. Crabbe from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 8 rebounds in this game. Down low.
Westbrook for
And
buckets.
the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
This is going to be one of those nights. Right now, Westbrook, relentless.
To the wing right side. Crabbe with the ball. Working on AI. 6 to shoot. Pass to Crabbe. Launches it. It's hauled in by Adams.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Thunder.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent
Buckets. No.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for buckets.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. AI in the post. He's guarded by Crabbe. And there's a foul. Called on Alan Crabbe. That's his 5th foul. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This one for 3. AI can't hit. Here's LeVert. Out to Russell for 3. Gets the bucket.
That ends it though. OKC wins.
Or more. Russell savage from deep.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Well, thank you, and congrats on the win. You guys did damage from three-point land tonight. Was that on the scouting report coming into the game?
Well, you know, I knew I could take advantage of them from the perimeter. I mean, I can score from anywhere, but when an opponent's going to give me that three-point shot, hey, I'm going to take it. And, yeah, I got a lot of good looks tonight, so.
You knocked them down, too, and that led to a big win. Congratulations.
All right, David, thank you.
On to the next
and that
one.
about wraps it up for Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
On to the next one. About to face up against the Chicago Bulls. Get this win. Let's go. Let's get this win.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Looking at the Bulls, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a
Let's get this going.
Good Friday night to you,
Get this win here against the Eastern Conference foe, Chicago Bulls.
On 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us. Doris Burke and for the Bulls. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Zach LaVine. Noel's checked in for the
Nice shot there from Adams. Begin the
Comes
game.
in for Andre Robertson.
We'll begin.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Noel is out
Not
there with
begin.
Steven Adams.
See, I always forget I still off the
Paul
bench.
George, and it's
Payne and
Westbrook in
no.
for one stop. Settling into the new
Thunderball.
season now, Doris. Some teams really finding that groove and their rhythm. Talk about what they can do to maintain that. Sometimes it's easier to get there, but then to maintain it becomes the real chore.
Right, and that's where coaching comes into play. Guys trying to pull the right string, play the right notes with their teams. And obviously, one of the most important things you can have on a night-by-night basis is energy.
Bucket for three. Nope.
Defensive end. If you stay in the moment, you focus on the next play. I know 82 games can be a grind, Kev, but if you break it down into smaller chunks, it becomes much more manageable.
Good idea. Dunn kicks to Valentine. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook passes to Buckets. There's the three.
Buckets hits the three.
Point range. Buckets got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bulls trail by 15. Valentine with it. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Over George.
Valentine, no.
Good off the back of the rim. Oklahoma City is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. In the corner, it's AI.
Buckets, another three. It's good.
Nice speed that time.
Back-to-back threes for Pat Buckets,
George has got 3 assists now in this.
who was knocking them out in pregame shoot-around.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Fred Hoiberg.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about how to shut down this formidable offense they're facing, and he told me
Thunderball.
following the scouting report. He said, look, we've got all this information. Which guys shoot best from what spots on the court. We just have to take that stuff away and make them make adjustments. Kevin, we'll see who handles that best tonight.
Thanks very much, David. They recognize how difficult it is to face an offensive-minded team like this one.
They pose a lot of challenges for sure, mainly because teams have put so much effort.
Patterson, no.
Well, I think it's more mental effort than anything else, Greg. It takes great awareness to be effective defensively against them. You can't get lost, and you always have to be in the right position. Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open.
Buckets, another three. It's good. His third in a row.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Down again, Schroeder. Dunn kicks to Portis. Pass to Payne. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by AI. Noel passes to Buckets.
Buckets. Oh, just couldn't get a good
Now
shot.
Chicago takes it the other way. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all,
Foul called against Patterson.
this should be an intriguing battle.
Right. In a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Felton's checked in. Dunn attacking. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
In the corner, it's Felton. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep. All broken down for Chicago.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Felicio's checked in. For
Wow.
Valentine shot good.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
AI kicks to Patterson. Felton dishes to AI. The 3.
Buckets. Hits another 3.
4 for 6 shooting tonight.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Dunn outside.
Dunn. Shoots. Can't hit.
Here's Felicio.
Felicio backs it in.
Felicio's got his first points of the game.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass. Battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
From the
Buckets, another 3. Not that time.
And it's AI missing.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Payne can't hit.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
AI outside. Schroeder outside. Back to AI. Fires from deep.
Shooter.
And the last
No.
shot before the buzzer is
And that takes us to the second quarter.
Oklahoma City Thunder out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the...
Second quarter on your way.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Portis comes in for Carter. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Ballantyne. And it's Payne in for Dunn. Levine can't hit.
Missed there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. Zach LaVine, a high riser. The two-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
We've got Robin Lopez. Levine is out there with Payne. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Markkanen in at small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. And from everything you hear,
Westbrook, no.
Gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know,
Okay,
he's
Siba.
very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
Bucket to 3. No.
After that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Payne with it. George picks him up. Payne can't hit. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Buckets. This time
Biggest
hits.
margin of the game, 25.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Payne finds Levine. The 11-footer. That shot
Levine knocks it down.
has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Increasingly comfortable from the mid-range now. Levine rises and fires.
AI outside. Pass to Adams. Here's Robertson. Lopez covering. Westbrook dishes to AI.
Buckets.
No good with the triple.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Pass to Payne. George against Portis. 6 to shoot. Lopez kicks to Markkanen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The pass to Levine from deep three-point range. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Back to Robertson. George passes to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving it around. Oklahoma City.
Oh, what a pass.
And it's George finishing it off.
You know, Paul George does not get nervous in these situations. He's so calm and allows his game to flow under duress.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. A steal. And here we go. AI.
Buckets the other way. He'll throw it down.
Throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Lopez against Adams. And stolen by AI. He kicks it to Westbrook.
Westbrook. No.
Off target from outside. 1:14 left here in the second. And Levine, here we go. Stolen by George. Here's
Bucket the other way again. He'll throw it down.
Moves it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Up top, Markkanen. 17 points for him last game against the
Levine
Pacers
now.
of Indianapolis.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was...
Buckets.
The offensive rebound. Outside, George.
Paul George.
Nailed
Yes.
from three-point land. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
LaVine, good.
Back at you. That's payback for the three on the other end.
Well, I just like the shot selection in that instance. He wanted to get him back, and he did just that with the three.
AI outside. Westbrook dishes to AI. 1 second left.
Buckets knocks it down to end the order.
Wow! And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been out.
On to the second half we go in a blowout so far.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's for Chicago. Felicios checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Markkanen. And it's Carter in for Chris Dunn. The Thunder have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think that's
LaVine knocks it down.
Era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, showtime type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play.
Buckets, nice move, but just cannot hit.
NBA.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Dennis Schroeder is out there with buckets. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Noel. And it's Abrines in at the 3.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Schroeder kicks to AI.
Buckets, no.
The Thunder with another miss. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's Buckets with the foul. That's his first foul. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation
Buckets lays it in.
use their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
LaVine looking around. The Thunder probably the best team in the league at creating extra opportunities.
And they do it in two ways, Kevin. They are a team that emphasizes offensive rebounds and forcing turnovers. So they make you feel them, and they make things happen with their activity.
Buckets.
And after
Answers are 3.
in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels. You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
And Bain now top of the key. And he could not get that one to go.
How is that on me?
And he'll go to the line for 2.
Just a great job picking his spots, where to be aggressive. LaVine drawing fouls at a higher rate these days.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Buckets passes to Schroeder. From the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 14 feet away. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Called.
Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. Take a look at buckets. dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
I have it.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. AI right side. 2 minutes. And Levine comes to help. It's stolen by Carter. In the corner, it's Levine. Gets to the corner and buries it. Levine's got 11 in the second half.
Come on now, we're talking about a big-time athlete with Zach LaVine. Catches the ball, gets into his rhythm, all in one motion.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Denzel Valentine, another tough, high IQ player, Greg, out of Michigan State.
Yeah, 4-year player for the Spartans. He knows how to play the game of basketball and has the versatility to impact the game in a variety of ways.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Payne. Then for the Thunder, Adams comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Paul George is subbed in.
Buckets are wide open to knock down a three.
Three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Levine kicks to Valentine. And it's Buckets with the foul.
Man, stop these stupid fouls.
And due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. That free throw, no good.
Denzel Valentine.
He hits the second from the line. Oklahoma City has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
Nice move by Buckets.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Buckets has got 10 points in the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
For 3, Levine. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 5 rebounds tonight. Schroeder kicks to AI. Pass to Noel.
Noel throws it down.
Dunk by Noel.
Yeah, that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Outside Portis. Knocked away. Here's Carter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Carter's got 7 points. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. AI dishes to Adams, and that's going to be a travel.
Hey guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Schroeder against Levine. To the left side wing. Here's Valentine, and it's Buckets with the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. And the Thunder making a switch here.
Horrible second half for me. I don't know why I keep fouling. Here. Westbrook. Oh my God! Hey, Westbrook throws it down.
Knock down these deep balls.
Knocks on a deep 3.
Oklahoma City Thunder in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assistant?
4 quarter starts, Buckets lead the 5-9 mark.
For Luwawu Cabarro. Lopez with the steal. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Lopez in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Listen, Dunn has got elite power and elite speed, and it's paying dividends in the paint.
And so he makes both from the line.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016.
Buckets to the basket.
Season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
We know that Russell Westbrook will have the ball in his hands and initiate their offense. And how about that superior passing?
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's 13 points for Lauri Markkanen.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was.
Bucket to 3. Off.
Offensive rebound. Back to George. The dish to AI. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Left side, George. Here's the three.
Yes.
3-point bomb. And the Thunder lead by 15.
What are you talking about? That's an assist.
And Greg, you look at Dunn. It can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
A great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
Valentine's checked in for Lauri Markkanen.
Denzel Valentine.
Here's Westbrook. AI outside. Grant right side. Back to AI. Adams finds George. Out left to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Buckets.
Buckets hits the three.
Another three.
36 for Pat
This guy's
Buckets.
shooting is one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Bulls trail by 18. To the middle. It's stolen by Adams. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And a wide open look.
Buckets. Oh.
That three off the mark. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The Thunder leading by 18. Three-pointer.
Yes, Buckets from downtown.
On the assist by Westbrook. Buckets got 39.
He may not be the, quote, pure point guard in the traditional sense, but the passing game of Russell Westbrook is so impactful.
Buckets. Why not? Another one from downtown. 3 in a row.
Unbelievable.
What a game from Pat Buckets tonight.
Well, you think to Steven Adams and
Putting the OKC Thunder on his
1 year
back.
at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th
In a game that they pretty much were going to win anyways. But
and what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Buckets.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against them tonight, his name was not high on that list. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 12.
Stolen again.
Fourth and even 50%.
Buckets, another three. Bang! Pat Buckets
Really
again.
from outside.
Locked in.
His 11th three-pointer of the night.
Point shot.
On the wing, Levine. Can they get it?
Levine, and that could have been maybe no.
A lot of responsibility, Doris, and being the focal point of an offense. What characteristics have you seen are shared among NBA players who carry the load offensively for their teams every game?
Right, this is a great separation point to me in the NBA.
Buckets again.
There
Oh,
are a lot of outstanding
that was
players at the level on any given
that one was forced.
But Kevin, there is a select
Oh, what a pass. Oh, no, Bogart.
who are willing to share the lion's share of the responsibility. Men like Kevin Durant, LeBron James.
Buckets. Number 12 as he knocks another one down.
What a fireworks
What a night for Pat Buckets from downtown.
knocking him down from deep.
Greg,
He's close from time.
Exploded from beyond the
Buckets again. He ties the record. 13 three-pointers, 51 points.
That three pushes him into the history book.
Unbelievable.
For the most threes in a game, this is a night we will never forget.
And all those
Oh, there's a foul I won.
from Curry, well, this night belongs right there with him. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Will Buckets be able to break the record? He's got time for it.
Of the league taking
Oh, what a bad pass, though.
lottery, flattening out the odds. Doing a
Buckets has 2 minutes to break the record. 13 three-pointers.
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens
And another bad foul by Noel.
in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen. Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
They're gonna definitely be trying still. Buckets for the record. He got it. He's got a record. 14 3-pointers made in a game. What a performance for Pat Buckets. 54 points.
And Curry's mark of 13 set not that long ago has been bested. What a legendary shooting display we're witnessing.
Unbelievable night.
Pocket 6.
Portis, no.
Good shot missing.
Timeout Thunder for no reason at all.
And he takes a breather from his ongoing 3.
And Pat Buckets is going to get a standing ovation from the Chicago Bulls crowd. I thank you for the Chicago Bulls crowd. 14 3-pointers a game for Pat Buckets. I appreciate the team, them stopping it for me.
One team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster.
Question is, can Buckets? Is this just a start? As Noel's gonna get wide open layup on the assist from Buckets.
A lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge.
54 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Buckets.
Dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here. These are the kinds of games they can have.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
There's a foul.
With the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Buckets.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra
and a foul
for his team. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Yes, intercepted the ball in stride. Turnovers like this are devastating
Buckets.
for the opposition.
Nope.
Off target from 3-point range. Here's Blakeney. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move
Buckets.
the basketball. Would have served his team much better.
It's going to end with 14 threes, maybe? Buckets to try one more time. Nope. He'll end with 14 threes to break the record. What a game for Pat Buckets.
In enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
14 3-pointers.
David.
Thanks very much. You may not know this, but you just set the NBA record for most threes in a game. What got you locked in?
Man, it took a lot of work. You know, they weren't giving up easy looks, and I had to keep moving, had to keep finding open shots. And my teammates were great. You know, they were just setting screens and making some good passes. And I don't plan to set up any records tonight, but they just sometimes it just works out that way.
Unplug it for a second. Check.
It was a record-setting night. Congratulations on that incredible performance from D. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see.
I know it's special night. Probably should leave it off from that, but I'm going to play one more game. After that kind of game. Which was unbelievable. I'll never forget that game. To hit 14 3-pointers is ridiculous. On to the next one. Let's face against Utah at home. Let's get this win to end this night.
If you were to create...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me.
Here, let's get this game going.
We're coming at you from the peak, Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the Thunder with some changes. Noel comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's buckets in for Robertson. Then for the Jazz, Tavo.
Oh my God, that's not what I meant to do.
Joe Ingles comes in for Crowder, and Alec Burks subbed in for
Oh, the last shot.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Steve
Buckets coming off his 14 in his NBA history record, 14 3-pointers last game.
What they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility.
Buckets first 3 and a 9 knocks it down.
Pick and roll, and you can switch.
Could he set another record tonight? We'll see, but he gets his first one to go.
Having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
So on the floor for Utah, Alec Burks is out there with Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, no.
Rudy Gobert, and it's Cephalosha in at the 4 spot.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter.
There's a foul.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a change here. Schroeder's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Udo's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Burks with the steal. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night. Relentless in their
Buckets. Hits a second.
Scoring the basketball.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Cephalosha against George. Now Cephalosha. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. George passes to Buckets. It's Noel, high post.
Noel, nice pass for Buckets, and Noel can't lay it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ingles kicks to Burks. Back to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And that'll be
Good Jazz
Utah
ball.
as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Abrinas is checked in for the Thunder.
Buckets, no.
Rebounded by Cephalosha. Jazz trail by 4.
Also stop,
Angels
shoot
with
3.
the ball. Now guarded by
Stole right back by Buckets.
Stolen by AI. From pass.
Buckets is third 3. Nope.
That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. We have a month of NBA action in the books. Let's now take a moment to look at the Rookie of the Year.
Hey.
It's always exciting to see the new blood making their presence felt. You take a look at Buckets. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Even though this season's just getting started,
3.
it's a big
Yep.
accomplishment, a testament to his relative maturity.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Patterson passes to Buckets. Passes it to Abrinas. Back to AI. 5 on the clock. Schroeder dishes to AI. 3-pointer. And it's Schroeder missing.
He can hit it from deep, but needs a little more room to operate, and the defense wouldn't give it to him. It was a long and winding road to the NBA for Ingles. Played in Australia, Spain, and Israel. Finally got his chance with the Clippers and then the Jazz in 2014.
Here we go.
There's 38 seconds left in the first. Schroeder kicks to AI. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Back to AI. A 3-ball.
Buckets, step back, shoots a 3 and short.
O'Neal with the rebound. Buckets gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To the paint, pass to Burks. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Buckets. No good on the last second attempt there. So the first quarter ends.
Gotta shoot better in the second quarter. Not a really good quarter for me.
During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation.
It's really lucky to have a coach like that.
Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. A different look for Utah. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell outside. Right side Favors. 6 to shoot. Here's Gobert. No good that time. Adams, some nice D. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively.
Buckets, no.
Many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the top
Buckets.
inside.
Yes.
And Mitchell, the guard tandem. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Favors inside. He's covered by Grant. And Favors kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell.
Mitchell. No.
No good on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Step back, shoots and hits.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Jazz trail by 21. And stolen by AI. There's the triple.
A deep 3. Aw.
Exum pulls it in.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it.
Paul George for the assist for buckets.
See the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster league that's taking a life of its own.
Mitchell passes to Favors. Kicks it to Crowder. Here's Mitchell. He dishes it to Gobert.
Gobert.
They get a hand on it.
Stolen.
And now a fast break for the Thunder.
Buckets. Yes.
AI gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got his third assist on the night. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside Favors. Looking for Crowder. He gets it there. Pass to Exum. He kicks it to Favors. Mitchell with it. AI picks it.
Crowder 3.
And the
That's
shot's
good.
good from Crowder.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Oklahoma City.
AI outside.
Buckets. No, but gets his own rebound. Step back now. Shoots again. Can't hit.
Here's Adams.
But Adams right there, and he lays it in.
Pistons pays off as they finally hit a shot. Adams has got his second basket of the night.
Look, he's going to be mad at himself for missing that layup.
Mitchell with it. Working on AI. Mitchell.
Nope.
And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
AI outside. The feed to Grant. The kick out to Westbrook.
Oh, what was that
Won
going?
by Exum. There's 1:26 left in the first half. Feeds it to Favors. His shot is good.
Favors banks it in.
2 for 2 from the floor.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an
Bucket steps back. Oh.
Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
And Utah again with the bucket.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
AI outside. Right side Westbrook. Back to AI. Lock at 6. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going
Buckets. Oh, my God, bruh.
His aggressiveness.
A bad half.
And the Thunder making a change here. Noel's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Mitchell, and it's Burks in for Dante Exum. And the basket by Ingles.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. And here's AI, who's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
And one. Oh.
Contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. So here's Burks, and it's Buckets with the foul. That's foul number 2.
I was kind of happy I did that by foul, because I thought maybe they would bonus. Wow, could have blocked that. That ends the first half, though, with the Thunder up big.
And so far, hasn't been close. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly.
Second half coming up.
Time to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep.
Bucket wants to definitely have a better second half. And not can't really shoot well in the first.
AI with it. 17 points in the game. Abrinas kicks to Patterson.
Buckets through and throws it down.
Throws it down.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against the Bulls was terrific. He finished with 54 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well,
Buckets at one.
Himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him.
Buckets. Bang.
All over him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Paul George is checked in for Patterson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Abrinas. And there's the pass to Cephalosha. Back to Mitchell. There's the three. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential.
Bucks a deep three. Knocks it down.
And AI gets it to go.
27 for Buckets.
In a row from long range.
He got 7 on the night.
From three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Passes it to Cephalosha. Here's Ingles.
Ingles. No.
Miss by Utah. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Belton finds Schroeder. Outside for George.
Paul George a three.
That three off the mark. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Utah Jazz.
Mitchell,
To
no.
Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long.
Buckets a basket.
And very quick off his feet. And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Now here's Udo. He's covered by Noel. Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell from 16 feet away. He cans it. Mitchell's got 9. And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
Buckets. Yes.
And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Mitchell passes to Cephalosha. Ingles up top. He's guarded by AI.
Still Jazz ball.
Goes out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And
O'Neal, 3. No.
No good on the quick 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Poke loose. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Ingles with the ball. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Did you see Donovan Mitchell catch and finish in the same motion?
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Schroeder dishes to AI. Shot clock at 5. Schroeder kicks to AI.
Nice pass from Buckets.
Schroeder on the assist by AI. 6 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
On the wing, Ingles. .55 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
That's his first personal foul. Now into the lineup.
Oklahoma City on D. Udo kicks to Mitchell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Schroeder.
Schroeder to the basket.
And that one's good. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell passes to Udo. He feeds it to Cephalosha. Good on the shot.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Buckets.
Buckets.
No good from outside. And stolen by AI. Here's Noel. And
yes.
Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And that ends the third quarter.
They're all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store right after this. Now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
One of the biggest things is not to...
5 minutes back. 5 minutes left and Buckets back in.
Boil it down to a single play in your career. What was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes. And he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, but we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
Right. So on the floor for Utah, Crowder is the 4, and Gobert is the 5.
Rebound Buckets.
Donovan Mitchell is out there with Alec Burks, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Take a look at Buckets. I think he's going to be a spectator at this year's three-point contest instead of a participant. But everyone knows he's a heck of a shooter.
Yeah, but it's not going to take away from what would be a great contest this All-Star weekend. The shooters that are lined up to be there are phenomenal.
Buckets.
It's going to be an exciting showcase this year of some incredible shooters. That's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Not a great shooting night for Buckets, Ty.
I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent.
Buckets. This time hits.
Factor of how these guys can drill the long ball. Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Mitchell. Sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
AI outside. And here's Felton from the arc.
Felton off.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Cephalosha. And Gobert kicks to Burks. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. And the officials signal the backcourt violation.
Good defense for Buckets.
NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think there's some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out.
Buckets will go on.
because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason, the rookie of the year in the offseason. Obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, be aware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
Stolen back.
For Utah. Raul Neto comes in for Burks.
Bucket just steps in, can't hit.
AI can't hit. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Felton against Mitchell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Off contact, to me, when you're talking about Donovan Mitchell, that toughness for a young fella is on full display.
Now, here's AI. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Sefolosha leading the way. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. AI right side. Abrinas the pass to Felton. 5 to shoot. Inside. Patterson.
To Patterson.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Neto. Back to Sefolosha.
Sefolosha, nice move.
In off the glass.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
Damn, man.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19.
Bucket steps back, hits a 3. The exclamation point.
Win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Buckets.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
Udo kicks to O'Neal. Shoots from the baseline.
Oh, what a block by Buckets. Oh, I couldn't get the rebound.
And it's Felton with the ball for Oklahoma City. From deep.
Why not? Oh.
That one misses. Good D by Mitchell. Now, here is O'Neal. Tight defense on him to the right side. From deep three-point range, no good.
And that ends it as the OKC Thunder win all 3 games in blowouts.
Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Well, congrats on the win. I'm sure you guys are building confidence, but it's early. And how much do those postseason dreams factor into what this team's doing right now?
I feel like we have the talent to contend. But our focus is just to keep winning games. I mean, I have a lot of faith in what this team can do and when everyone's locked in. So, I mean, it'll be our job to keep playing hard and to not let up. And these guys can do it, D.A. I know it.
Well, I'm sure they get a lot of confidence when they hear words like that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm getting so close to becoming a starter.
AI, Griff's got some questions for you. Can you take a minute?
Oh, for Griff? Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks, AI. I was hoping you would weigh in on your team's winning streak. You guys are red hot right now with no signs of slowing down. What's gotten the team to this point, and do you see it ending anytime soon?
It's been lots of hard work, Griff. You know, I'm talking hours spent in the practice gym. I'm talking time with the coaches, working over the game plan for each new team, each new game. But, you know, when you got a good game plan and a team willing to put in the work, you're bound for success.
Did Charlie write that one for you?
Of course not, Griff. You know I only speak from the heart. Come on now.
Well, congrats again on the win, and good luck trying to keep that streak alive.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Well, just what's it called? New media thing they do. That's alright, guys. Well, we went all 3 games. I set a record for 3-pointers in the game. It's a great way to end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's My Career episode. Please go like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more videos to come. And remember, guys, you keep moving forward. I'm out, guys, for now. Peace. Good night.